Do you know what's the worst? The worst is the moment right before you make an ask and the moment right after you're done with a conversation that doesn't go as you expected. So today I'm going to share with you 3 of the most awkward moments for me as an auctioneer and what you can do about them if they're awkward for you as well. Number 1, no rapport. This is a huge issue for me as I go in to make an ask if I have no rapport with the room. Solution, get connected really, really fast. Yes, going into an ask, you need to have your script ready. You need to have your whole plan laid out, but you also need to acknowledge what's going on in the room together so that you can get connected. How I do that is through one simple observation or one simple joke, usually around a shared observation, around a celebration, a shared celebration that's happening in the room, or even a shared embarrassment that feels light and fun to acknowledge. Because the moment I do that in the room, we're having a shared experience and boom, we're connected. And from that place of connection, the awkwardness of my ask disappears. So that's tip number 1. Second problem. No credibility. Maybe you're going in to make an ask in a totally cold relationship, which is not unlike what it is for me to step on stage in my auctioneering and make a financial ask of a room that has no idea who I am or where I'm from or why I'm even there or why me. So here's your solution. Your solution is to borrow status. More often than not, when I have to go into an audience that doesn't know me at all, I will often ask an executive director of the nonprofit I'm working with or a board member to introduce me. And by doing that, I borrow the credibility of that leader, and I get to stand from a place that feels much stronger to make my initial ask. And for you, what that means is if you're making an ask for a new partnership or from somebody across your organization, you're going to look for a sponsor or somebody who can set up your ask with an introduction, someone who understands what you're looking for in that ask and can set you up to be successful. That is a huge piece of you being able to go in emboldened and very, let's just say not as awkward. Problem number 3 that I run into is ending a conversation or ending an ask when things don't go as planned. And here's the solution. Always plan your final words. Your last words are a real lifesaver when it comes to how you end a conversation around an ask. Now, it does happen that we have fundraising goals and nonprofit paddle raises or fund a needs, and we don't always make our goals. And sometimes the room is really cold and not a lot of paddles go in the air. I don't have a lot of engagement, but I'm not going to let that like icky sort of anemic feeling in the room define my experience that I have and the experience my audience has with me. I'm going to honor what happened, even if we didn't quite align around the asks and what the room was willing to give. In your case, it might be around an ask and what your audience is willing to say yes to. And so for me, what that means is no matter what's happened over the course of the negotiation in the room, I'm going to have my last words, and they're going to be in celebration of what happened together in that room. It sounds something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here with me tonight and letting me stand on this stage and help you give in the way that you did tonight. You all did an amazing job. Enjoy the rest of the night. Bar is open. Literally mic drop from there and get off the stage. Point being, when you plan your last words, the last moment, no matter how a conversation or a negotiation goes, feels less awkward. So plan those last words for yourself. If this work is interesting to you, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, on Facebook at Dia Bondia. You can also sign up for my mailing list if you're not yet on it. All you do for that is to text the word ask to 66866. And if you're curious about why I'm doing this project called Ask Like an Auctioneer because I want to help women like you ask for more and get it, and use bold, courageous asking as a success strategy to help you reach your goals in your careers faster. I've seen you struggle for 20 years as a communications coach, and I want that struggle to end. I want you to go into every ask ready, bold, and unwilling to leave anything on the table. Okay, have a great rest of your week.